Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. MATIC is likely in wave 5, I'd say, or at least we have a top of sorts in place here. Obviously, we are observing that on the Bitcoin chart as well. Bitcoin is coming down nicely as per the short-term forecast that a pullback of sorts is unfolding, maybe a wave 2 on the Bitcoin chart. And we can see here currently on the MATIC chart also a pullback, a correction. Yeah, and this could be, as per previous updates, the start of wave 5. Quick reminder, what are we tracking here? Well, in the, I have to probably go to the daily chart actually. On the yellow, or no, let's say in the yellow scenario, which is the short-term bearish one, we're moving down in a larger wave 4 after a larger wave 3 topped in May 2021. This is the next bearish scenario, and you could say the next best bullish case actually, after the previous one has become far less likely, the white count, yeah? But the white count is not invalidated yet. So it's very important not to get here ahead of ourselves, but I can tell you that the white count, which I will explain in a minute, has become far less likely. It's not formally invalidated. There's a difference between something's unlikely or has become less likely and a formal invalidation, right? Very, very important. Now we're tracking here on the MATIC chart a larger wave 4 potentially. I find that more probable due to the strong correction and pullback we've seen and MATIC's failure to follow through to the upside in recent months. So we have in the yellow count an A wave, then a B wave rally, and the C wave to the downside. And the C wave would be an ending diagonal, which is defined as wave 1, already bottomed in June, wave 2 corrective rally, wave 3 to the downside, wave 4 to the upside, wave 5 to the downside, and wave 4 is still outstanding. We're likely in the third wave. We're likely in the late stages of the third wave, which could still go down a little bit lower. Then a wave 4 bounce could occur. And the resistance for that wave 4 bounce is between 56.7 cents and 77.9 cents. And anything above that would be more clearly bullish. But the current, let's say, bearish scenario, short-term bearish at least, but overall still bullish scenario, would cover any rally all the way up to 77.9 cents. 77.9. What we don't want is that a wave 4 breaks above that level. Well, it could happen technically, but it would likely then shift probabilities towards a more directly bullish breakout to the upside. So the yellow count, I think, is clear. We're in the late stages of a, of a third wave with next. I'll talk about next support in a minute. Let's first cover the white count, which is the scenario we've been talking about all along. But you know that I've already been skeptical about it and highlighted to you that we need to see some signal to get some comfort that actually the bulls are there. Like, for example, a break above this descending trend line, which started to develop in March, but that trend line never broke, okay? Never broke. So the bears are still here in control short term. So in the white scenario, we have a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, which might still be unfolding, and it would be a very complex correction, A, B, C, or even WXY. And as long as we're holding above the June 22 low, we could actually follow that white scenario, because the June 22 low, that's around 31 cents, that's the formal invalidation point. But the invalidation, I mean, it never got invalidated, so it's still a valid scenario. It's just that this white scenario broke through all relevant support levels and hasn't proven that it actually, that the chart, or the chart, let's say the bulls have not proven that they really want, that they really wanna follow through with this, you know, that they actually are motivated to generate an upside breakout. Hasn't happened. So that is why in the very short term, I'm following the chart to the downside until the price proves that something bullish is unfolding. How could the price do that, or the bulls? Well, with a break above the trend line. Minimally, a break above the nearest resistance. And that resistance area was already communicated to you in the last update, defined between 40.8 and 46.1 cents. Any break above 46.1 would indicate that the move to the upside is likely unfolding. then probably, however, only in the larger fourth wave. But until we break above even the nearest resistance, there is no indication that a low of sorts has formed. We can watch for it, I mean, what are we talking about? Maybe just one more low on the micro. So most of that distance to the downside is likely traveled. And my take is that if MATIC can form a higher low somewhere here, without now breaking the Monday low, break above the recent high, then it is increasingly likely that a low is already in. But I would still want to see, due to MATIC's what MATIC basically did in the last few months, I still would like to see a break above the trend line and the 46-cent level. I think this is a chart we can't trust until it really proves itself again. So, I mean, in terms of trusting, in terms of bullish scenario, yeah, which is why out of caution, I've added that yellow scenario already like a week ago or so. And it's just, yeah, it is the one that works for me until the market proves something more bullish. And don't get me wrong, the yellow count is not bearish as such. It is still overall bullish, but yeah, in the medium term, you could say bearish. But even then, if we assume a fourth wave bounce might occur soon, there could be some decent upside soon. But first, let's see if the market can start that fourth wave corrective rally, maybe something more bullish. But for that, I would need at least a break here above the initial resistance, maybe a break above the trend line. This here is just no man's land at the moment. That's the update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.